Alright, cheese-filled beef mince kebabs. Right, we'll need some beef mince. I've got 450 grams, which is about a pound of Welsh minced beef, or ground beef as some of you may call it. And this is a 12% fat ground beef. You can go as high as 20, but the 12% fat works out really well for me for this recipe. Alright, in addition to that, you will need, I've got a slice of bread here which I've just cut into cubes. You'll need an egg, so half an onion which is roughly chopped, that's about an ounce and a half, 45 grams of red and yellow peppers which I've just chopped up roughly, 2 cloves of garlic which I've chopped up roughly, and for the cheese filling you'll need some cheese. I've got some Welsh mature cheddar which is the star of my show today. But you can use any firm cheese that cuts up. You know, you can use mozzarella, you can use anything you really like, Colby, something like that. You'll need some dried mixed herbs. That's a mix of, let's have a look, thyme, marjoram, oregano, sage and parsley in that mix, which is a really nice mix for this particular type of kebab. You'll need some salt, you'll need some pepper, and you'll need, I might have mentioned already, you'll need an egg. The first thing I want to do is get this bread into my food processor because I want to get that ground up. That's the first thing I want to do. So I'll go and take that away and grind that up. So there we are, I've got the bread roughly ground up, and into that I want to go with my onion, my peppers, my garlic, and a good teaspoon of my dried mixed herbs, so about that much, maybe a little bit more. And into that I want to go a fairly generous pinch of salt, so that's going to be about a teaspoon of salt, plenty of fresh ground black pepper, I like lots, and I'm going to go and give that another whiz now. So at this stage it looks a lot like stuffing, and it feels a lot like stuffing, and you can even use it as stuffing if you so wish. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to add in my egg and a little bit of the beef. So in goes the egg, and I just want to take about a quarter of the beef, maybe not even that much, but I just want to take a quarter, fifth to a quarter of the beef, and I want to drop that in there. Okay, and I'll give that a whiz now until that comes to a smooth paste. So I've ground that to a smooth paste as you see there. So now I'm just going to tip it out into my mixing bowl with the rest of my beef. And we just need to get that mixed in. I'll mix it in so far with this, and then I'll get in with my hands. Now I want to get in with my hands, and you want to blend that in really smoothly so it's really worked into the mixture, so you've got the binding in with the ground beef perfectly, and you want to get it so that it looks really smooth. At the moment it's not quite there. A bit more. Okay, I'm kind of happy. Yeah, we've got that to a nice fairly smooth paste, and that now goes in the fridge, and that needs to chill for about an hour or so, and it'll also help the flavours develop. So the reason I like to work with this cheese is because it cuts it into really neat little sticks, and plus it tastes awesome. So I'm just going to cut 4 of these, about like that. So something that's going to create sticks of cheese that look like that. So you got neat little sticks of cheese like that. So I'll get on and I'll cut those up until I've got 8 sticks. Okay, that's 8 sticks cut up. Don't worry if they break up, it's not really terribly important. It just makes them easier to work with if they stay as a stick. So I've got my 8 little sticks, which is used about half of this 240 gram block of cheese. So what's that, about 120 grams of cheese in all. And these will form the core of my cheese kebabs. Okay, the meat's nicely chilled. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take it out and divide it up. So I've got equal sized kebabs. And what I want to do is just shape that into a kind of sausage and even it out. Like that. Cut it in half again, and then down the middle to get 8 equal portions like that. And then what I'll do is I'll ball them up, put them to one side, don't want to pack it too tight, just throw it from hand to hand like that. And then I've got my 8 balls. And then what I'd like to do is I like to use a chopstick, and I'm using the flat end, the broad end of it, and I'm going to wrap the meat around it like that, and then draw it out and then see if I can get the cheese pushed in the middle, which I do like that. And then I want to seal it all the way up, just to make sure I've got a nice seal around the cheese. And then get a nice even shaped meat kebab, and then I'll just make 8 of those. Very simple. Alright, that's them all finished, so we're ready for grilling. Alright, let's get these going. Just drop them on by hand. Okay, they're a bit fragile, so I'll turn them now. Get some, get them sealed, because they are going to flare up because of the fat content in them. I've got them fairly high above the coals on a sort of medium setting, because I don't want them cooking too fast and bursting. Alright, I'm starting to see the cheese ooze out of 1 or 2 of these, so I'm going to bring them off the heat now, off the direct heat, and cook them in indirect heat for a few minutes, because I don't want them swelling up and bursting. A little bit of cheese poking out of that one. In fact, they've all got a little bit poking out now. So what I'll do now, we've got some nice oak chips, so I'll just put a couple of handfuls of those on and I'll smoke it. There we go. Okay, it's time to lift the lid and serve. They're lovely, look at them, they're gorgeous. Hey friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications for all my future videos. It would be great to hear from you in the comments, and I'll try to get back to as many of you as possible. You may wish to check out these titles or even help me out with a donation using the links in the description below the video. Thanks for watching.